Hello students, you are with Bindu Chaudhary and we are continuing our book Resources and Development part 2nd, and in this book we are continuing our chapter 2nd. The name of the chapter is Land, Soil, Natural Vegetation, Water and Wildlife Resources. In the previous parts we had studied about the different types of land, and in different types of land how much dense population is there and how at present situation the use of lands is increasing day by day. Second, we had discussed about the soil, different types of soil, how we conserve soil erosion and how we are taking steps for the prevention of the soil erosion. When we are taking water resources example, then you know different types of water resources are there, and it's our human beings moral duty to save water for the purpose of the future lives. When we are talking about the natural vegetation and wildlife resources, students, we had discussed about the different types of plants, different types of animals and their interdependency on one another, and how we preserve our forestry portion, how we secure our animals and how we secure our wildlife resources for the illegal trade purpose, for the killing issues. So, it's our human beings moral duty to conserve all these resources for the better future of ourselves. Today we are continuing our part 4th, and in this part 4th we are taking question answer session. So, ready with us? Today we are taking our first question, the question of the things. See here, which are the two main climatic factors responsible for soil formation? Yes, two important factors are there. What are these factors? Let's see. First one is the temperature and rainfall. Temperature and rainfall are two main climatic factors responsible for the formation of soil. So, how this one is formed? See, rainfall contributes in breaking the rocks by applying pressure on the rocks. See here, these are the rocks, and if there is a heavy rainfall, then this heavy rainfall breaks the rocks because of the applying pressures on all these rocks. So, temperature also fluctuations between hot and cold, also from क्रैक्स इन द रॉक्स. जब हम देखते हैं कि अलग अलग तरह का टेम्परेचर होता है, फ्लक्चुएशन होता है टेम्परेचर में. समटाइम्स टेम्परेचर इज वेरी हॉट, समटाइम्स इट बिकम्स वेरी कोल्ड, एंड इन दैट कंडीशन इन द रॉक्स व्हाट हैपेंड, some cracks are there in the formation. Cracks are necessary. So, soil formation needs heavy rainfall as well as temperature. Our next question here, write any two reasons for land degradation today. Yes, today the condition of land becomes very critical. See the answer here. Reasons for land degradation are, first one is the ever growing demands of the growing population. What is the situation at present? Many large buildings are there, not only in the urban areas as well as at present in the rural areas also. Buildings, large buildings are there, and all these things needs only for the growing population. So, destruction of the forest cover is also the main reason for the degradation of land. Why is land considered an important resource? Yes, we had discussed in our chapter reading session. So, we will write our answer here. Land is an important resource because it provides a surface for agriculture, living, forestry, industries, construction, etc. So, what other things? Most activities takes place on lands. So, this one is naturally the important resource for ourselves. Our next question here, Name any 2 steps that government has taken to conserve plants and animals. Government is taking initiative in controlling the forestry parts, in controlling our wildlife resources also. So, we will tell about the 2 steps. Steps taken by the government include establishment of natural parks, wildlife sanctuaries in different parts of India. Their purpose is what? Their purpose is to conservation of vegetation and wildlife respectively. Yes, from the natural parks, the conservation of vegetation is there, and from the wildlife sanctuaries, what is there? The conservation of wildlife are there. So, government is also taking initiative for all these things. This one is our next question. Suggest 3 ways to conserve water. As we had already discussed that water is the important source for our day-to-day life. There are 3 ways to conserve waters. These are as under. First one is the rainfall harvesting. It is a method of collecting water while it rains so that it may come of use in the future also. So, it's a moral duty of government as well as the moral duty of the peoples. In Kerala, so what is the situation? Rain water harvesting situation is there in every office's roof, as well as in the underground water tanks are also there, and pipes are connected with that tanks for the filling of rain waters. Okay. Next one is the canals. The canals used for irrigation should be properly built so that loss of water does not take place while the water is transported to the field. So, the canals are the must better conservation because these are the main method of the irrigation. Next one is for the dry regions. What is the important things we will do? In dry regions, drips or trickle irrigation is suggested because the lights of suns are very much there, hot areas is there. So, drip system is the important and best purpose of irrigation for that. It is our next question. The question includes the tick the correct answer. Here is our first question. Which one of the following is not a factor of soil formation? We had discussed some factors for soil formation. First one is the time, next one is the soil texture, and the third one is the organic matter. So, which is the right answer here? Soil texture is not a factor of soil formation. So, this one is our right answer. Next one is, which one of the following methods is most appropriate to check soil erosion on steep slopes? Yes, which method is important? See, the first option includes shelter belts. The next option includes mulching, and the third option includes terrace cultivation. So, for the purpose of checking soil erosion on the steep slopes, what is this one? Terrace cultivation. So, take the correct answer. So, third one, terrace cultivation is the correct answer here. Next question includes, which one is not following a favor of conservation of nature? ऐसी क्या चीज़ है जो बिल्कुल भी conservation of nature को फॉलो नहीं करती है, सी फेवर नहीं कर रही हैं? फर्स्ट वन इज स्विच ऑफ द बल्ब व्हेन नॉट इन यूज. नेक्स्ट वन इज क्लोज द टैप इमीडिएटली आफ्टर यूजिंग. दिस वन इज important. Next is dispose poly bags after shopping. This one is correct. Dispose poly bags after shopping. Yes, this one is correct. So, this one is the main right answer here. Our next question includes the matchups. In matchup, some points are there and we will match these points with the B portion. See here, land use. What is the answer of land use here? See, protecting प्रोडक्टिव यूज ऑफ लैंड, लैंड यूज का क्या है यहाँ पे, प्रोडक्टिव यूज ऑफ लैंड. आवर नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज हेयर ह्यूमस. What is this humus includes? It includes organic matters deposited on top soil. And the next one is rock dams. What is this rock dams, students? See, these rock dams prevents soil erosion. So this one is the best matchup. Last one is biosphere. What is this biosphere includes? It includes the narrow zone of contact between the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. So it's your duty that first of all you will write your first point here, and after that you will not put this one indication, you will write answer just in front of this land use. Okay, same with the others also. We are taking our next question and last question here. State whether the given statements is true or false. See, गंगा, गंगा का अगर हम बात करते हैं, ब्रह्मपुत्र प्लेन ऑफ इंडिया इज एन ओवर पॉपुलेटेड रीजन. This concept is true or not? Yes, this concept is totally true. Why this concept is totally true? Because Ganga just in the Brahmaputra plains, consists in the Brahmaputra plains of India, and at present situation this one is the overpopulated region of India. Our next question here, water availability per person in India is declining. Yes, it is declining because we are not only using water, we are wasting water also. No students, we are not talking about you. You are the best students of ourselves because you are taking precautions of using water. But what about the others? But what is the correct situation at present? The real situation is that the per person water availability is totally declining. So this answer is totally true here. Next one is rows of trees planted in the coastal areas to check the winds movements is called intercropping. हम देखते हैं कोस्टल एरिया जो समुद्र के किनारे है, वहाँ पे पेड़ों की लंबी लंबी कतारें लगाई जाती है. इट मीन्स बहुत ज़्यादा संख्या में पेड़ लगाए जाते हैं. व्हाट इज़ द रीज़न बिहाइंड इट? टू चेक द विंड मूवमेंट, उनका विंड मूवमेंट चेक करने के लिए. दिस वन इज कॉल्ड इंटरक्रॉपिंग. क्या इसे इंटरक्रॉपिंग कहा जाएगा क्या? नो, दिस वन इज नॉट द करेक्ट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ इंटरक्रॉपिंग. इंटरक्रॉपिंग में तो क्या होता है, हमने आपको चैप्टर डिस्कशन में बताया था, एक फसल अलग तरह की, दूसरी फसल अलग तरह की, तीसरी फसल वापस इसी तरह की. सो दिस आंसर इज टोटली फॉल्स. आवर लास्ट पॉइंट हेयर, human interference and changes of climate can maintain the ecosystem. This one is totally false. How human interference maintains the ecosystem? How the changes of climate maintains the ecosystem? No, not at all. So this answer is false. So here is our question answer session, students. Hope you will write in your copies and learn all these questions. We will meet again in our next chapter, in our next part. Stay healthy, stay smiling.